everyone, welcome back to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Bucket.
We're back. A little later
We're
than
back.
expected, but here we are. Yay! We made it.
Middle of July. My goodness, nearing the end of July.
Look, man, life happens sometimes.
Oh, man.
I figure we'll start with what we've been playing and then talk about the news stuff, because some of that stuff I imagine we're gonna get wrapped up in. I've only known us all a little while, so I just assume there might be some discussion to be had.
I mean, I'll just be honest. The news is getting boring because it's a lot of the same these days.
We can talk about. I mean, they're making a Call of Duty movie.
Like
you didn't put that in the news. We could talk about that. You want to talk about that?
What?
Not at all.
Yes,
not at all.
It's set in the Modern Warfare era.
Oh, so just.
I mean, they're making a Sea of
movie.
Thieves movie too. So.
Are they? I did not hear about that one either.
They're making an everything movie.
Yeah.
But
I
regardless,
played Minecraft and FNAF because it's like, oh, they did really well. Let's do no.
But I think it's more fun to hear about what we're playing. There's a little bit more passion and fun inside of that. I had to open up my Steam to try to remind me what I've been playing too.
I mean, there's
My
passion
God,
in
son,
some of
you
this
can't
other
even remember.
stuff. I wouldn't call it fun though.
There's definitely some fun.
Well, I mean,
Da-da-da.
we've been doing Palworld because it just hit its 1.0 launch, which is great. And they also, like, the devs are super good. There had been a discussion about whether or not there was going to be a price raise, because when you full launch, people are going to, buy the game for the first time. They decided not to, so that was cool. I'm all about that. But there are some really cute new, I keep wanting to call them Pokemon. There's some really cute new pals that I've gotten to see. A lot of it's levels of so that we'd already seen a lot of them, but there's one that's called a Herbal. Oh, he's adorable. Like, look him up. It's like
herbal.
It's
like
a
herb.
yeah.
He's like a gerbil.
He's like a beaver gerbil thing with a little leaf tail, and he's cute. He's got little buck teeth, and he's adorable.
Man, it blows my mind that it has been that long since we played. When I booted up the dedicated server, it was April 9th, 2024 when we stopped playing. And I was like, all right, guys, we're going to stop playing. I don't want to get, we were already hard to have. I think we were 100 and something hours in it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to break. We really want to play this game. We're going to take time and let them finish it.
We're going to wait until the 1.0
comes out. We're going to go ahead and start fresh again. Holy shit, that was 2.5 years ago.
We really thought it was going to be a little sooner than that.
To be fair, there was some litigation too.
Nintendo slowed them down, to be fair. Did not stop them, though, so that's nice.
But yeah, now we're back. It's fun. It's good. It's just like I remembered it, except better. A lot of quality of life stuff in there. One of my favorite things is that when you put down your little box, you get your ring, your base area. It's like in Windrose where you sit your bonfire down, you got your ring. When you walk into your zone, when you go into your inventory, you just hit R and then puts all of your stuff into the corresponding boxes. If it has a stack somewhere in your base, it'll just put it in there automatically.
I wish you would do that in Windrose.
It's probably going to be a quality of life they'll put in there eventually, but it's so convenient.
I wish
you just walk in, R, throw it, and step back out and go back to your business.
I wish that I had labeled my boxes when I put them down so that my pals would put it, because when I push R, I don't know which box it's going to go to, because they've put stacks in multiple boxes of the same thing. So it's like there's wood in this box, that box, and that box. Why do they do that?
When you change the rules.
What?
Yeah, if you open up the box.
Yeah, I said I wish I had done it when I put the boxes down. That's the thing, is I just haven't gotten back around to doing it. I haven't gone back to organize yet.
Take it all out. Change the rules to the box. Next to my medicine bench, I put a box, and only things can go in there is other consumables, and it'll only put meds in there. Or next to my stone thing, I have a box that's set for stone and metal only. So when they'll be putting it, or a tree box, and they'll only put wood in there. It kind of keeps them organized so they don't have to travel super far to put stuff away.
I was just throwing down boxes I have a box near the stone, I have a box near the tree one, so that way it's right next to it. They just pick it up and they put it in that box and then just keep going about. And then I have one next to the farm for them to throw the wool, the eggs and whatnot in there, and the berries.
Berries.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, it's super fun. I have the XP.
Yeah, I'm glad you did
it's
because
50.
we were going kind of quickly. Like we're 15ish at
Yeah,
this
we're about
point.
15.
So it's also been slow because we want to play it with all 5 of us that are on our little server, and now that we're grown up people and have all of these other commitments, it's like, okay, well, Sunday night or Wednesday. But if we play Sunday, then Red has to leave for an hour because he's watching a show religiously and cannot watch it on Monday. Has to watch it as it launches. So he has to step out for an hour if we play on Sunday, or else we have to wait till Wednesday. But if we have to wait till Wednesday, we have to hope that Baka's not closing, because if Baka's closing, then we still can't play, and we have to hope for next Sunday. Being a grown up sucks, and I hate it. Can I get a refund?
I mean, my thought process was it's just an hour.
Well,
Like,
that's
I
the
would do
thing, though, is
Sundays.
like it's also if Red gets all of his stuff done for the day, so it's like, boy, you better wake up at 6:30 and start cleaning that house. I need to play some Palworld. Well, I know he's got to work. That's why I said get up at 6:30 so you can clean the house beforehand, so you don't have to clean the house when you get home.
He gets up 6:30 and then does a thing for like 30 minutes and has to go to work.
He needs to get up at 4:30. Who needs to sleep anymore? Just get up and do the thing.
Sleeping's overrated.
Grip is just all about like, get your shit done. Let's fucking play Palworld now.
Well, like I said, we have 2 days, and the day in the middle of the week is solely dependent on whether or not Baka's schedule lets him have the evening off. At least on Sundays.
Well, you'll be happy to know that
this
Wednesday I open, so I'll be available that Wednesday evening.
And then when we hit 30, we're just gonna start putting the server up and going, is what Chicken said. So
yeah, like once we hit 30,
all bets are off once the level is 30.
Cap level is 80, and then once we hit 30, it'll just kind of be like, all right, you want to play, we'll just play, and then other people.
What was the cap before? 50?
50, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I was looking at the map. The map is huge and broken into so many zones.
There's a lot of new stuff. We loaded in, and I was like, "There's an oil rig over there." I'm pretty sure that wasn't there before.
Oh man, I'm glad that I've got this thing just about completed, because that little server or the little laptop over there.
Especially since Red's like, "I'm gonna put up in second base," and it's like, "Are you though?"
Yeah, the little laptop can handle. But it was starting to struggle when I had 3 bases, Baka had 2. Like we had probably around 8 or 9 bases running the whole time.
And the laptop was wheezing.
Yeah, so it starts struggling a little bit because every base has like 15 pals and all of it is running on automation. So the laptop was like, "The hell are you guys doing to me?"
The laptop was like 2 more bases away from taking an actual smoke break.
Yeah. No kidding.
Permanent smoke break, probably.
For real.
No kidding. Yeah, that thing definitely was struggling.
We should need to put it in the freezer when it's time to play.
Go old school, man. Set it on a bucket of ice.
There you go.
Get a bag of ice because it's got one of those little cooling fans underneath it. So just put a bag of ice underneath it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be fine to pull all of that moisture straight up into the.
Perfect. It'll rust it out a little, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Feels good, man. And the 1.0 release like bumped everything for players. Like it was like, all right, we're at the top of the list now on Steam. Here we are again. Like I think it did it when it launched too originally. So that's like, hey, you got to be up there twice.
It dominated when it first came out. Like it went boom.
Yeah.
And then it did it again when it came out. Boom, straight to the top.
Yeah, it died off over the last, like, they did updates and it would kind of bump it back a little bit again, but like I think most people kind of did like what we did, and they were just like, you know what, we're just gonna wait till 1.0, and then now it's just like all over the place now.
For sure. Like, I think it's gonna have a high player rate as the months go on. Like people are just gonna be playing it now that it's full release, and then playing as the updates come out. I don't think it's going to go like a full tumble down and crash. I think it's going to have a nice steady high player base.
I'm very curious to see if Nintendo eventually goes, you know what, let's do our own version of it and do Pokemon, or maybe they just finally give up and maybe do a collab and then tell them to go, hey, recreate this but use the Pokemon. That would be something to see.
Oh man. Nintendo, like Game Freak, needs to do something like this. Like, it doesn't even have to have like
Well,
building or anything like
most of the people that have been at Game Freak forever, or like they've even stated before that they're kind of burnt out on Pokemon, and they've been wanting to do something else. So,
Well, they've got
Which
their
is
new
why they're
IP
making
coming out at the end of
Yeah.
next month.
Yeah, I was gonna say their new game coming out later on.
Mhm.
I forgot what I think it's called. Beasts Awakening.
I think that's right. Something similar to that.
Something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something like that. A complete detachment from Pokemon, which is pretty interesting to see.
Beast of Reincarnation.
Beast of Reincarnation. Okay.
Close enough.
Yeah. But yeah, playing Palworld, great stuff, incredible. But one game I definitely want to throw out there because we've all played it, and I absolutely am so excited for its future. First Class Trouble. We finally got our first update in holy shit. I don't even know how long it's been since our last one before this. Like
Oh
years.
God, a few years.
Years.
Because they were in litigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't own the game anymore or whatever.
Yeah, like it's been crazy. They've made it so that you could play from 4 to 12 people now, anywhere in between, and they let you adjust the settings for it, so you can have 0 bad guys or everybody's a bad guy.
Or you could have any number in between, but it could be anonymous, so the bad guys don't even know how many bad guys there are.
Which makes it interesting for sure.
That's.
There are some changes I need them to make though, because one of the things that you all discovered when you played it without me was that if there is no bad guy, it will lie to you.
Yeah, the notes.
But I
will
want
still
it
be
to
like,
be to
"There's
where
one
if
between."
I want it to be to where it lies if the bad guy's gone, so that way everybody's suspected that's still around. But instead of them sitting there going or add it in some way. And one of the other things we ran into as well when we were playing the other night was that for some reason on the second level there was one that was like these two people are on opposite teams or whatever, versus usually it's 3 or 4 that they list, but it was like one that like you would normally have on that very last level. And I didn't care for that as either, because if somebody
they need
paid
to adjust the notes, like if you're gonna have like a full 12-player lobby, you've got to be able to like add more to those notes, or to I think that's where they have to work on next, because in the regular 8-player game, or is it
6-player originally?
6-player originally. In the regular 6-player, I think 4 people on the note was good, because that it's like 60% of the people. So, and then you have 2 that are like safe, and then you have 4 suspects, and it kind of narrows it down. You can kind of play with that number, and it feels good. But when you've got like 4 people, and you're doing 50%, like it's one of these people, or it's guaranteed one of these people, it narrows it down a little too hard and a little too fast. Or if you got 12 people and you're still narrowing it down this much, the notes need to be able to be adjusted based on how many people are in the game, and they need to have a different variations to how the notes are given.
Not just people in the game either, because now you can add extra levels in between. So instead of having 3 levels, you can have 4. It needs to be to where if you do that, then the second level is going to be just as vague as the first level is, and then the third level you'll get a little bit more intense or something. But I really enjoyed the changes.
It needs to remove the people who are basically killed or ejected out of the notes, so that like even if you're playing anonymous, you don't know who they are. So if you kill someone, they're off the notes. You're completely uncertain unless you've scanned them, and if you can't scan them, there's no way to know for certain. And I like that. Like when they are gone, they are off the notes, and they are basically a question mark unless you know for certain.
Yeah, like and then because now you're turning around and your thought process, let's say they were innocent, your thought process is okay, they must have been guilty, or your thought process, if they were guilty, turn around and go, what if they were innocent? Because now it's adding the other people in there. They've got to make an adjustment somewhere. But I mean, they're still working on it. So, but it's very. I'm just glad that we're able to play it. I hate the fact that I was pretty much the bad guy at every fucking round.
3 out of 4, and you were the bad guy somehow. I was like,
yeah, but I just hate the fact that again it didn't remove me from the list because I decided to mess with everybody else and go ahead and kill myself and set it up. Because here's what I did. There's a new map. It's planetary.
It's a cool
Um,
map. I like it.
It really is
It
a
is
cool
good
map. But I figured out that I could go up and catch myself on fire, and you can walk if you catch yourself on fire if you're caught on fire. Because the premise is that you could go, hey, so and so killed me, blah blah blah, whatever.
Or somebody put me out because fire extinguishers exist.
Right, and you walk, but I walked up a set of stairs and purposely killed myself and put myself away from everything. So then there had to be deduction, and people think it was somebody else because I was the only person that was the personoid. And so it was like, this is great. Unfortunately, it didn't remove me from those notes. So it was like the chaos that needed to happen at the end didn't happen as much as I wanted it to. It did up until a point, which was great to watch. It was pure entertainment on my end. I'm laughing so hard, listening to everybody deduce what was happening.
Well, and the downside was, and you couldn't have known this, but like when you decided to do that, almost all of us were on another part of the map together. And that hurt you too, because you couldn't have known that. You didn't know that for some reason we like had split into two groups and then clumped back
together. Two of them
were
on my side of the map.
Really? Okay, I thought we were all together at that point.
Yeah, and to be fair, you can as a personoid know exactly where.
Oh, that's right. You have the vision thing.
Which is what I always do. Like if I'm looking at being sus, I'll check everybody and see where they're at, and then I'll be a little sus.
I often forget that function exists. I would be such a better personoid if I could remember it. You know, if it would stop picking Oak and let me be it.
Also, another suggestion is that they need to make it so that you don't drop the syringes.
Yeah,
so if Oak was it, he picks up a syringe, goes and catches himself on fire, the syringe is gone. Now it automatically makes something look suspicious because the syringe is gone. Either he had it or he didn't. I can't prove it one way or another. So then, like,
do we know for sure that if the personoid dies like that, they do drop it? I feel like they do, but I don't know for certain.
But I can't say for a fact.
We'll have to test it out on.
Yeah,
like we'll have to just test run and be like, "Oh, I'm the personoid. Let me get a syringe and then kill me, okay?" Just to see if it pops out of your body.
Yeah, well, I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, because I think that's the interesting part too, because otherwise it gives away who it is, right?
Yeah, because it seems like that would be a little much if they dropped it automatically, because then you'd be like, well, see, obviously it was.
That would be funny to have like 6 players and have 6 personoids and nobody knows. It's all anonymous.
Yeah.
I promise you, if we ever have a bunch of personoids and we get to the last level, there's a bunch of people left. I'm just gonna be like, deuces. I know. I'm just gonna get on that thing and do. All the personoids are left. They just start murking each other.
I do like the new thing that they added into with the oil can. I don't like that it's a global sound though. Like when you use other items, the sound is localized to like what you would be able to hear if you were in the map. But with the oil cans, you like no matter where you're at, if somebody throws one, you hear dink, 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 dink while it rolls down onto the floor and then goes.
Don't forget. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget that sludgy noise.
To be fair, I love the oil can too though, because I just think it's hilarious to watch characters ragdoll when they fall down. In any game, like Baldur's Gate, also hilarious whenever anybody falls down on ice or anything, but I'm glad they added that so that I can just laugh when somebody slips on it. Because they do, you just whoop! Hilarious. Every time. I'm that person. It's the little things.
Too funny.
It's fun though. What else?
So fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. I'm playing Halo with Snitty.
Yeah, we're on Halo 3.
We finished 2. We are on 3.
Yay!
He's been enjoying it so far.
I told Oak how one of the brutes bested me with my own grenade because I threw it a sticky nade, and as it left my hand, the brute in front of me put down a bubble shield, so it hit the bubble shield and bounced back on me and stuck me. I stuck myself. Thanks, I hate it.
Still, I threw a sticky grenade on an enemy, and Snitty threw one beforehand. It was one of the flood, and he was in front of me, and he threw one, and it blew up as I threw mine, and it caught the flood that was jumping over us and knocked the flood back into me with my own sticky grenade that I got him with, and then it killed me. I was like, are you serious? You blew up the flood that I stuck back to me.
Catch.
All right. Pretty much. Hey, catch. Okay.
That's funny.
I've been ran over by the scorpion, blown up. I've been pushed off. I was in a ghost. He pushed me off the map in a scorpion. He backed up into me and pushed me off the ledge. And then after I respawned, after he pushed me off, he ran me over. I was like, okay, you just want me to stand still? Stop fucking moving. Let me spawn.
City and Baka play that game very similarly sometimes. I know, because Baka has killed me multiple times when we played Halo 2, 1 and 2.
I also, well, we were playing with Snitty. I also shotgun grip in the back.
Yeah. Not the first time. I will forever know where it is in our Halo 1 playthrough where you shotgunned me in the back, and the second I respawned in front of you, you meleeed and killed me twice in a row.
Well, you should have figured out where to spawn better.
I don't get a choice.
It is weird that it's in front of somebody.
Probably because he was backing up, and they always spawn up and fall down.
Yeah. You spawn like on top of someone, and
yeah. Well, we were fighting Flood, and I was trying to back up away because there was popcorn, and yeah, I was just like,
Yep.
Yep. My bad.
You ever get a double kill on your teammate?
Go again.
My favorite was still trying to get the Warthog in through the hallway when it shouldn't have fit, and I ended up running Grip over in the process. I got it in, but I killed her.
At what cost? You know.
I killed myself with the scorpion. Cindy, it was in Halo 2. He was going around the corner, and then we stopped at this little area, and he like hit a ledge, and he flipped the scorpion upside down in front of the door, and he went underneath. And I was like, "Yeah, you can flip this over," and I flipped it over, and it launched into the air and landed right on me.
Sometimes the physics on the big like vehicles in Halo is like, I don't know if you understand how gravity works, but that ain't it.
No, it is not. Scorpions, gigantic tanks, do not flip like they're made of balloons.
Apparently, sir, they do. And they drive like refrigerators on ice. So...
Apparently they do.
Yeah. I don't think I've been doing anything extra special.
Played Dead Island 2, making a little more progress.
Yeah, Kat and you have been having a lot of fun in that. From what I understand, it's puns all night, so...
Oh, it's so fun. You ever wanted to dropkick a zombie off a bridge? It's so good. You ever wanted to tell a screaming zombie to shut the fuck up? Oh, you can, because they'll just start screaming, and I'll stop, and I'll just whip my sword at them and just hit them in the face, run over, pull it back out, and just start chopping them up with it. Oh,
brutal.
You could throw anything. It's so good. The throw physics, because no matter what you do, you throw it, it'll just stick into them. And you run up and you just pull it out and kill them with it. You could chop them in half. Like, oh, the physics in that game are so good. You a zombie chopping game? That's it.
Zombie chopping game.
Zombie chopping game.
It is a zombie chopping game. You got every kind of weapon: golf clubs, fire axes, katanas, spears, shotguns, anything you want. Oh, it's so fun. Drop kicks.
Off of
drop
the bridge.
Kicks.
That's what
yes, said. Drop kicks are so fun. I do it all the time. Like I'll just run and drop kick and just slam them up against the wall or launch them. Oh, it's so fun. You can hit them into each other. The drop kick physics are so good.
Well, zombios.
Zombios.
Yes, it is a ton of fun to drop kick zombies and like launch them too. You get them at the right angle and you'll just launch them into outer space. Oh, it's so good.
Hey, same kind of physics as on the Halo vehicles. There you go.
Yeah, no shit. Drop kick a tank.
Gravity readjusts based on what you're doing.
That'd do.
Anything else that anybody wants to talk about that they've been playing before we get into the new stuff?
Lots of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh yeah, you have been playing that quite a bit.
It just says you're logged into right now while we're in the middle of
it. Because I'm not actually playing it. It is paused. Because I'm in the middle of a tournament and I could not just like save it and exit out of it.
He's not playing it.
I'm not playing it.
If his attention wanders, we will all know.
He's been keeping good eye contact and listening. He's fine.
Because I have to pay attention to Windows fucking things because So like my attention would have to be nowhere near focused. I would just be like, motherfucker.
He's got all the gamer eyes going.
It's when you focus and you don't
Yeah,
blink.
Back and forth.
Yeah, no, like I went ahead and picked it up on sale because I was like, you know what, I am gonna get my money's worth out of that plus more easily when it was on sale for like 20 something bucks.
Oh, sorry.
And I already have. I'm not finished with the game. I've been doing a lot of like just running around, side quest, tournaments, leveling up my skills. Of course, I'm stealing a bunch of shit again.
Typical.
Yeah, like I actually like in the first game I leveled up sword and shield, and I mean if you're new to the combat, you're not very experienced or not comfortable with it. So Griff, I'm looking at you on this one. If you want to play the game, sword and shield is the easiest way to go with the combat as far as like learning how to do everything, or just any one-handed weapon and a shield really. I have been running around with a two-handed sword and fucking things up that way, even in stealth mode. So,
Very stealthy
if
to
I
carry
get-
around a big giant sword.
well,
Yeah.
I also carry a dagger, so that way, like, if I sneak up on them, I can actually stealth kill them that way. I think I can count on one hand how many people that I've just knocked out and just not stabbed. Because I was just like, yeah, I'll let you. Like, I think the only guy that I let live in the first part of the game was and I stole all of his armor.
Of course you did.
Because it was really nice armor and it was already black, so that kind of helps a little bit with the stealth aspect of things because dark colors. So I just knocked him out because he had a dog, and that was the only
Yeah.
reason I let him.
You
live.
didn't want
It's
to.
like,
You didn't
well,
want to have the dog not have one over. Look at
Yeah.
you being sweet.
Yeah, that's about as sweet as I get. It's like, oh, he has a dog. Okay, I'll just knock him out and then steal all of his money and clothes.
This is obviously just his job, and he is trying to provide for
Well,
his
to
dog.
be fair, the dude was a bandit and a mercenary, so
Bandits
He
and
wasn't
mercenaries
exactly-
sometimes have soft backstories. You don't know.
maybe I don't know. But he had a dog, so it's like I'll let him live. Every other motherfucker, I stab in the throat in their sleep or
Well,
poison
all
them.
I'm saying is that from here on out, like everybody, it's gonna start passing around the word. Everybody's gonna start ending up with a dog. I'm like, all right, get the dog.
Well,
bring the
either
guys
that
out.
or Baka made the mistake of letting him live, and this dude's gonna come after him because that's like the in-game version of John Wick.
You know, and Chicken will be the first one to go along with this, is because he would probably do that if they had that mechanic from
Shadow
the
of War.
Middle Earth game. Yeah,
Shadow of War.
Yeah,
That would
the
be
Nemesis
great.
system.
Yeah.
It was just-
The guy comes and starts tracking me down and then it's I have a dog, he has a dog, and then, we're battling each other, a dog's battling each other.
Or you just amicably have to
Dogs
admit that you're gonna, whoever wins is not gonna actually kill the other one. You just knock them out for next time, because dog.
Yeah.
His dog.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. Mutt is kind of helpful through the game, like especially if I'm outnumbered by people. Like he'll run in and grab their arm, and then I'll run up and whack him a few times.
Did you name him?
Yeah,
Mutt?
you definitely. No, that is the dog's name.
That's the canon
Okay.
name for the dog. Got it.
Yeah, you don't get to rename him. He was not originally your dog.
Oh.
If you played the first one, he actually belonged to the lady who lives with her uncle at the mill that saved your life early on.
I know that lady.
And,
I
yeah.
played that part. Yay.
Yeah. So yeah, he comes along with you into the second game as well. You actually, one of the very first missions is to go and find him. So like before I went around and started doing anything else, before I went around gathering and doing whatever else I needed to do, rescuing whoever, I went to go find the dog. Dog was the first priority.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
As it should be.
Yes,
Yeah.
always find dog.
And then from there, like I've leveled up blacksmithing. Like if you do blacksmithing and alchemy, you can make just stuff and just sell it and get a lot of money early on, and it builds up your skill. And then if you build up your skill, create higher stuff, you can get even more money. and just make the stuff and sell it. You can actually make better equipment sometimes than what you can actually buy too, doing it that way. At least as far as weapons go, because you can't really make armor and everything. They won't let you.
Yeah.
You only make like weapons. But same thing with like alchemy potions and stuff like that. Just gather up some herbs, make some potions, throw them, sell them. You can make money, get yourself some gear, practice, level up. Any opportunity you have to go to someone to practice to learn skills, do it, because that helps tremendously as far as combat and everything, like picking locks, whatever you want to do. Like I'm still behind in my archery stuff because I don't do much archery because I mean most of the battles are like they're in your face and you can't really you don't really have time to sit there and shoot. It's the only way I found to kind of level it up decently is just going out and hunting. And then there's very few instances in the game where having a bow skill in combat is actually helpful, because most of the battles that take place storyline wise, they're usually kind of up in your face pretty quickly.
Right.
So.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes, Grib. If you can pick it up cheap on sale, the combat is probably going to be difficult, but just use a shield, and then you're just going to have to spend the time to actually like level up your skills, and then it
I
makes
just
it
think
easier.
that combat is not my cup of tea.
No.
And I tried.
No.
I
Story
tried
is
really
so good.
hard.
Give her a gun.
It's not even give me a gun.
Give
it's
her a
just
wrench.
the
Yeah,
gameplay
she's fine with
style.
wrench
You
melee.
can get a gun. You can get a gun in the second one. It's just not the style of gun you're really thinking. It's just like it's like a metal thing attached to a rod, and then you just fire. And oh man, is that thing not accurate whatsoever? I've accidentally shot teammates with it.
Oh boy.
Shot them right in the ass.
Sounds like Baka.
Yeah.
Well,
to be
it
fair,
was
you do
part
that
of
with
the
accurate
story.
ones too.
I was about to say, it's part of the story of like, here, we're going to force you to use this because we're trying to introduce it into the game. And none of my range skills was adequate whatsoever. Like, it was just like moving over the place, and I fired and I shot someone, and he was not the enemy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, if your skill sucks and it's not leveled up, you can fuck it up, and it's a lot harder to do certain things until you get higher level, and then everything is fine, for the most part.
Yeah. What about you, Oak? Anything that you've been doing?
I've been mainly pirating it. I've
You don't
been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Went ahead and picked it up. Played probably 4 hours of it. I'm enjoying it a good bit. I've gotten to some of the, we'll call it newer content, where they've added some characters and you have to do some stuff for them.
Okay.
And then plus your older content that's there. You just forget how really good the combat is for like on the ships. And then they've changed the combat on the ground. I'm still not sure if I like the older combat or the newer one better. Because the older one to me reminded me a lot more like Batman in the way that style was, that counter system, which they have a good counter system in this one too. But it's I mean, like overall game wise, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's a world I loved spending time in before, so I'm enjoying going back to it, and graphics being updated, and the best part is showing up to an island and not having a damn loading screen in order to be able to get onto the island.
That's gotta be nice.
Yeah, so you could literally swim from one island to the other. Like,
gosh, that'd take forever.
Well, I mean, you know, you'll have like the little tiny little islands that are outside of the bigger islands,
the
stuff
small,
like that.
yeah.
You could swim from one of the other if you want to. It still takes a while, but
You can.
but you can do it. Which
Not
is
like
pretty
Sea of
neat.
Thieves, where it takes like an hour to swim from one of the islands to the other.
Exactly. And dodging sharks.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a overall, I think they've done a really good job with it. I'm interested to play more of it and kind of see some other changes they might have made. There is some interesting because they took away the real world stuff, and I'm not really sure because I haven't played any of the more recent Assassin's Creed. I'm not really sure what this background is that they're showing for the Animus and things. I do see some people's complaints too, because like when you go onto the main menu, like it shows you the timeline for the other games, and people are like, they're like, oh well, it's like they're trying to create a menu for you to be able to just click on and be able to pull it up. And to be fair, if the Assassin's Creed games were all really good, that would actually be really neat to go, oh, I want to play this one today, and just go into one menu and be able to click on it.
That would be kind of neat.
But, you know, there's no real need for it right now. There's a button, like if you hit the start button or whatever, it goes through all their DLC. It's not on the main menu. It's if you hit a button to go into it. Like a lot of people made a big deal about it. And it's like, yes, there's a lot of microtransaction shit in this game. But it's, you have to go to the page. If you don't go to the page, you don't see it. But like as for the game itself, like it's really, really nice and beautiful. It's still got a little bit of a clunky feel to it because it's Assassin's Creed. You know, there'll be parts of it where you're like trying to jump up on a stump and it jumps to the side of the stump instead of right in front of it or whatever. You know. But to me, that's just Assassin's Creed. That shit always existed, and it will always exist. Just the video games. And then I've been playing Windrose, of course. There are 3 tiers of islands in Windrose. We are currently on. It's just started the 3rd tier of those that are currently available. They're about to create the 4th tier. Hopefully later on this year. That's supposed to come out.
All right.
I think the fall of this year is what they're
I think
at.
so. They were predicting fall. Yeah. And one of the things that I figured out, if you look at the map, the way it is, the map is very similar to Valheim in the fact that it's all kind of fogged out. And then as you go through, you can see. But if you look on the map, you can see the full size of what the map is supposed to be eventually. But there's like it's like a white ring that you can see, and if you hit that right there where that near that white ring is, that white ring will it'll tell you to turn around and go back, that you're not allowed to be in that area. And so I'm like, okay, well that's where the next level will be, is outside that ring. It is interesting too because the maps are procedurally generated. So like Old Man and No Pants and Maldus all have a different map than what we're running together. So you don't know exactly where all the items are. And like Old Man's was weird. He was going through from his first island to get to the island he needed to get to. He was going through like level 10 ships. And he was like, you know, level 1, level 2, just starting out, and had to dodge ships to get in to an area. Hopefully that changes a little bit because that's a little absurd.
Yeah, no shit.
But overall, like we've had a good time. The building's really fun in that game. Like the different weapons and stuff that they have. Like I run not a saber. I'm trying to think of the word.
The rapier.
I'm running the rapier of 1,000 cuts or whatever it is.
The one that adds a bleed to it.
It has a bleed effect to it up to 5 times, and I love that thing. It doesn't hit hard, but man, it has saved me so many times that I'm like running from some of the enemies, and all of a sudden I hear them die behind me, and I'm like, yes, okay, let me heal myself now.
Oh, that game is on our 1.0 list as soon as that thing comes out. Oh, we played the demo of it, and yeah. Oh yes, it's it. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the fire game right there.
Yeah. And part of the thing I've liked that they've done too is they've done similarly to what Black Flag did, which was take their fictional stuff and add it in with real life pirates. You know, ones that you actually have a history that you can look up and see who they were, which is pretty neat. On top of, you know, Blackbeard, because everything is all the ships pretty much that are the bad ships are Blackbeard in the game. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see where the next section takes us, and then once 1.0 hits, what they add on to it. So
Hell
But
yeah.
right now,
Oh, 1.0 is gonna be huge. I'm betting it's gonna be like Palworld release when it comes out in
oh,
full.
dude, and then like right now, it is like playing the game with friends. It's at first I didn't like the fact we all had our individual ships, but you can get on the other person's ship and fire their cannons.
Yes, that was one of
So,
the things that they got a lot of feedback from when they were doing the demo is that you couldn't do anything on people's ships. They
mhm.
want they wanted to kind of give more co-op on each ship, and I think they're going to develop that more as it goes on. So if you're in the same crew, but you can kind of like I guess crew up and run a ship together, which will be nice.
Well, I do like they have types of ships as well too.
Yeah.
So like you have whatever your ship you're running, you'll have the normal version of it, like a balanced version of it, if you will. Then you have like a cargo tanky version of it, and then you'll have the Blackbeard version of it. And the Blackbeard version of it is doesn't have as much health to it, but has a lot of like it can take the bigger guns, so you can you know so you're more of a um, more for like being able to actually hit everything hard. So like No Pants runs the tank. So we're getting into some of the bigger ships. So we're looking at making it where I'll be because I'm running the Blackbeard, make it to where I'm actually going to be um, behind him, so he can take the blunt of the shots. Then I'm going to shoot over the top of him on the other one, since there's no friendly fire. I have an ant in here. That's crazy.
Oh my god. It's gonna get you
No.
stuff.
It was a big one. It was a big ant.
Oh, no thank you. Them things is mean.
No, this one wasn't. It was a black ant, carpenter ant. I don't know why he's in here.
Visiting
Weird. Visiting
visiting
saying hi.
family.
He's like, "What's
They
up?"
usually climb trees anyway.
Usually.
Checks out.
But overall, that's pretty much what I've been playing. That and Bookshop Simulator, which is exactly what it sounds like. So, it's and that one's fun. I like the Bookshop Simulator. With they rename books that are famous. So like instead of Harry Potter, it's Harry Fodder, and then they rename whatever it is. And instead of Gone with the Wind, it's Away with the Breeze, and things like that. So you can kind of figure out what they are. And then the Brandon Sanderson books that they have, instead of Mistborn, they have Fogborn, which I call Foghorn, just because it's funny to me. But yeah, that's all I've been doing.
Okay. Well, we want to talk about new stuff?
Sure.
There's some. Okay, somebody pick and let's go. Drive the car.
The biggest thing that has been on when they announced it was the Sony said that they will no longer be producing discs starting January of 28, citing consumer preferences. A lot of people, but again, it's the internet, so you don't really have a good gauge on what a lot of people is. The internet majority have been very outspoken about this. I play on PC mostly, and PCs mostly don't even come with disk drives anymore. I put one in mine specifically because I like to have one, but I can't even tell you the last time I used it. I think it was before they released Diablo 2 on PC. I used it for that because I had to have discs for it. But other than that, I don't really use a disk drive. But I understand why people are so upset about it losing discs on their consoles. The biggest difference between PC and console is that my Steam library is permanent. Okay, I bought a game in 2011 and I could play it now. I don't have a disc, I don't have nothing. I could just boot it back up exactly the same. I buy a game on the PS3 and my PS3 dies, I can't play that game anymore. I gotta go buy a whole nother PS3. If they don't make them, I gotta go try to find one. I'm completely SOL. So I get it. Like, but if you're gonna go digital, you got to make it so that people have access to their libraries. If I buy a PlayStation game, it's in my Sony library, and I can play it regardless.
Yes.
Like, you got to allow me to have access to it no matter what.
Even though Xbox has done the whole like haha, if you buy PS5 or PS5 version of the Halo game, you'll still get a disc. Don't worry. They're kind of making a deal about it. They're gonna do the same thing. Both of those companies need to do the library thing.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know that you can get away with being like, oh, we're on to the next console generation. Time to rebuy every single game you own.
I do know that with like Xbox, there are games that I had on the original Xbox that I had a disc for. Never played it. I might have played maybe on 360 when it was backwards compatible that way. But I don't remember playing it outside of that. And then when Xbox One and they started going back and looking at your digital became more of a thing, I was still able to play some of those games without putting a disc in. So they have read my license at some point and said, you own this. Now you have it. Here you go. And I do understand too, Sony's trying to do this not just for a cost reason, but also looking at it from a scalping reason. So there's like, you've got possibility like GTA 5 or 6 is about to come out with GTA 6. You're gonna have people that'll buy on day one or buy as many as they can. Could be a shortage that way.
Oh man,
an issue with that. But they also look at it as one of the most counterfeited things on the planet for years has been Sony games. People putting them on disc and figuring out a way to put them on disc. Even when PlayStation 1 was around, that was a thing that people tried to do. And so I guess this is their way kind of around this. But again, if you get a PlayStation 6, all my PlayStation 5 games, I should be able to figure out a way to play them because I own that license. Because you don't own games. You own the license to play the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, now you're going to tell me, I can't play this for whatever reason. I have an issue just because of, I grew up with physical copy, of course, because that's all there was available when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But now I prefer having a digital version of it. Like I have a homemade Steam machine upstairs that I can play 90% of all my games on that I have on Steam. And it makes those available to me to where I can play them, and it's awesome. I'm with my Xbox. I have some digital games that are on there. I have some that I had physical copies of that they're allowing me to be able to play digital. So I have that available to me. Sony just has to make it to where it's available. Don't go the route that Nintendo has gone for years to where they're going to make you buy the game again somehow.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So I am interested to see how it ends up being though.
A lot
For
of
sure.
people
and see,
are...
Microsoft already has like the style already. You got the Game Pass. You can play it on PC. It's got your library. You can play them kind of wherever you want. You just have to figure out a way to integrate that into your ecosystem instead of it like kind of. You can have a Game Pass and you can activate it on your library, open up your games. But if not, you have your library of games, and you can kind of play them wherever you want. You have your Xbox or whatever the Xbox client, and then you can pull it up on your console and you can play your games, or you can pull it up on PC and you can play your games. But I will say things like that it's the same principle that Epic is running into. And I saw this article earlier, is that Steam is still blowing up with sales. Like they are constantly just making hand over fist over money with sales, and Sony and Microsoft are just kind of swimming along, doing okay, but it's like it's hard to get into the PC marketplace with Steam there. So yeah, you got to have some games that are Microsoft exclusive so that you can play on console, but you still give access to that. But consoles, 15, 20 years are gonna just be PCs. Like there will not be, it'll be the Microsoft console or the Microsoft PC or whatever they call it. Portable computer.
Most of the discs nowadays anyway are just a license agreement.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You're just downloading it, and it has been since the PS4, but or part of the PS4. Some of the games were on it. But here's the crazy part to me, and I don't think Sony's even thinking about. All right, I've got very fast internet. Okay, I'm very lucky. I know I'm lucky. I've got stuff that's in my area that allows me to be able to download something quickly.
I get it. I don't have fiber.
I know some games are 200 gig or more nowadays.
Yeah.
So you're going to not have a disc because the advantage of the disc, if it was really working like a disc, is it is a version that's non-patched that you could download onto the machine, and then day one you're downloading the patch, and so it's a lot smaller that you have to do. But now you have
like
people
preloading, modern day preloading.
Yeah, basically. And so, but now you're looking at somebody going, well, the new game's coming out. Let me start on Monday. We'll do a preload, right? Let's say the game comes out on Friday. Monday, you get the preload. And by Friday, you might have it downloaded, depending on the size. Especially if it's a Call of Duty game.
No need to take me back to 2012 when Skyrim came out, and it took me 47 hours to download that goddamn thing. You people don't understand. 47. I had to let my computer download for like 2 fucking days to get that game downloaded. It is crazy. You're like, oh wow, that's crazy. That was crazy, my folks. 2 days to download a game. Like,
yeah.
Oh
I've done one overnight. That's about all I've done before.
Yeah, 2 days.
So,
I'd pause it. I'd come home and play games, and I'd pause it. And before I go to bed, I'd leave it and then just let it go while I go to work and come back home and pause it. Like, a long fucking time to download a game. So yeah, I get you. I know the feels of having slow internet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't. There's got to be some type of happy medium on that, but the only way you'd be able to do it is have enough compression to be able to send it as a smaller file than what it actually is. And I mean, pretty much any zip that they do now is about half of what the actual file size or the normal file size is once it's installed.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much compression you can do.
Yeah.
Well, technical limitations at this day and age, there's only so much compression you can do. Who knows what it's going to be like in 5 years or so. But yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just they're not going to produce disc. Okay, cool.
I
do think it's funny that they were like the people in the factories were going to find a place for them over the next 2 years.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Like, where are you going to find them? And all of us remember this because we covered it. Had it not been for the PS4, Sony would be no longer right now. Because Sony was bankrupt.
Yeah.
And PlayStation 4 saved them. The gaming division saved them. They are so much about their gaming system, their current television with the brand newest technology that they're about to release. Like, it's expensive. Extremely expensive television. Everything is based on how a PlayStation 5 feeds to it. Like, you can get the 115 inch of this television for $30,000 if you would like. Like, it's a very expensive TV, but everything is based on how a PlayStation 5 reacts to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's because Sony has to have PlayStation, which is a device they didn't even want to start with when it was originally invented. The irony.
I know, right?
But it very, very, very interesting to see in 2 years when all this comes to light what happens.
Which apparently, like, some games will still be able to have discs, but there's hoops that you have to jump through and things like that. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they implement it as well.
They'll go old school Microsoft and have the external drive. Like, they used to have the HD DVD drive that you could buy. It'll be like that.
I mean,
yeah,
maybe.
pretty much. I'm looking at this Sony TV, by the way. It's the Bravia 9 II. It's a 115-inch Class True RGB 4K HDR TV, Google TV with Gemini. $31,000.
I told you,
you know,
$30,000.
change. No big deal.
You know, just would you like a car or would you like a TV?
It's $30,000.
31 grand.
Sorry, 31 grand. You could probably get a discount.
Before tax. My God, 150.
You could probably get a discount.
Shit. My gosh. And all of us saying this, Nintendo's sitting over there going, what? Yeah, cartridge? Here you go.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're still going to produce their cartridges. Still do. Oh, yeah, my child tasted a cartridge for the first time. Oh, yeah.
Stop putting things in your mouth.
On purpose? Or?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you this story. He left his Minecraft out, and I got after him about it, and he was like, whoa, this? And then he put it up to his mouth, And I was going to tell him, hey, don't put that in your mouth because it's coated in gross. And I didn't realize it, but he already did. He like put it on his tongue and he pulled it away and made this face. Oh, he was like, and he's just scraping his tongue, trying to get it off. And I was like, I tried to warn you, but she did it too fast. He said it apparently tastes like that kid's amoxicillin, the chalky, awful, bitter flavor. Yeah.
Before
like,
it gets,
tastes like
it's
that.
the unflavored one. He remembers a time where we had to get him amoxicillin and they were out of the flavoring that normally goes in it, because usually that's bubblegum and whatnot.
Right.
So it tastes like amoxicillin without flavor. In case you were wondering.
Ooh, he was so unhappy with that. So yeah.
Don't put
that was
weird things in your
hilarious.
mouth. And that's for
Oh, he
everybody,
learned
not
a
just
lesson.
my child. Stop it.
Yeah, he learned his lesson. That was great. But yeah, Nintendo's gonna keep making their little cartridges like they always do, and I love that you can do the Switch to the Switch 2. Same cartridges, everything. Ooh, good shit.
I wonder how much extra it costs to put that coating on Nintendo cartridges. Is it close to like what it costs to make a disc?
They just splash it with a powder.
Probably not as much, in all honesty.
Probably not.
I mean, all Nintendo games are like $100 now, so
No kidding. Unless they're digital, and then they're 90. But
Oh,
that's
yeah,
okay.
so
They
$10.
upped everything. I loved it. They were like, yeah, everything's gonna be $10 cheaper, but we're gonna raise the price of our physical ones by $10. Oh, so the digital ones are still the same damn
technically,
price?
Yes.
What the fuck? Nintendo being Nintendo.
well, I mean, all of for years it's been, if you went to go get a physical copy, it was $60, and then if you bought it digitally, it was $60.
Yeah,
So
but now
it's
it's
like-
80 and 70.
Yeah, so it's like, like we all told you could discount the ones digitally a long time ago, and you told
Well,
us you couldn't do it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but with certain aspect of things, Nintendo's always behind the times on though.
No shit.
Mm.
Seriously, they're like pulling up in their old
Like-
granny mobile. What we got over here?
Like they,
Oh.
well, like in some aspects they're ahead of their time, and other aspects they're like really behind the times.
They're slow to adapt, but they're consistent in their values.
Okay.
Oh, great. I
I
looked up
guess.
Sony TVs, and now I'm getting nothing but ads. This page was already open, and the ads have changed to Sony TVs.
We thought you would looked it up one time.
gotta
Now
be-
we're gonna advertise it to you forever.
That is crazy. That is crazy
Yeah,
on
you don't-
them.
You don't remember the cat things of months of just like, oh hey, I looked this up one time. Now I've got a bunch of like cat toys all over the damn place.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
cat towers. Let's see. Stupid ads.
You too could buy a $31,000 TV. Come
Get
on,
on
chicken,
it.
make it happen.
Yeah, $155 a day
You
for
got
10
$31,000
years.
just laying around, right? I mean, if not, you can go to the bank and get a loan and
Get a
space
loan for a
interest on-
TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, that'll go over well with my bank.
I mean,
That
that was
31,000.
back in the day when Plasma first came out. They were $25,000 to $35,000,
Yeah.
and that was in like the late, or I guess early '90s, mid '90s when that happened.
Hmm.
So do the math now when it comes to inflation, what that would have cost.
God, $31,000.
Probably closer to 60.
Yeah, probably. Would you like plasma
Nowadays.
TV for the price of a small house?
No.
No.
You can't
I've
even
heard
get a
people being
small
house
for
poor,
that.
never TV poor.
Anyway.
I remember going to Best Buy and seeing a $40,000 one time.
No thanks.
Plasma TV. And it was like 32 inch or something. Like it was like nowadays would have been small comparatively.
My gosh.
It says they came out in 1997 is when those started. And here we are now with this other one.
115 inch, 115 inch, $30,000 TVs. All right. So we were already talking about Microsoft
Mhm.
earlier this month. They are, as I like to say, or as they like to say, restructuring. They are doing some serious house cleaning. First of all, I am sorry for all the people in the gaming industry right now, because go make an indie game if you've got any real passion fund it on Steam, start your early access, and do something that you want to do. Make something you want to make. I wish you the best of luck in whatever you find, whatever passions you find. Because they have laid off another 30. Okay, they're going to lay off 3,200 people by the end of this year. They've already laid off 1,600 people, and then another 1,600 will over the next fiscal year. By the end of June of 27, they'll lay off another 1,600. They've done some serious restructuring. Now, this part blows my mind. They had 14 layers of management, middle management, before. Like, you have
That's a lot.
14 layers that you work through while you are working on something. So you would go to your boss, who goes to their boss, who goes to their boss, who goes to their boss, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Trying to get anything done to go to one person to work up the chain is just unbelievable. So restructuring that should have probably been done years ago. A lot of faux filler, but I think this is a byproduct of buying all of these companies, is that all of these different people in different positions end up just sliding into this ladder, and before you know it, you've got this ridiculous staircase you've put yourself into, and nobody can get anything done in any sort of orderly fashion. So they've reduced it to, I think it's three or four layers now. So now you go to your boss, they go to their boss who's running it, and then you're kind of there. You're there already. Cool. You just have to go talk to your superior, and then they go talk to theirs, and you're good to keep going. And they have, I think it's 4 studios, if I'm not mistaken.
There's two that are to be sold off, and then
1, 2, 3,
2 that are going
5.
independent.
Yeah,
Is it
5.
total?
Double Fine, Compulsion Games, Ninja Theory, and Undead Labs, and Arcane Lion in talks for being removed. Some of them are being sold. 2 of them, I think, are going independent.
Well, Arcane Leon, however you say it's French. Leon is still on the table. They're not really sure yet,
Yeah,
but that
that
is
one is-
rumored to do it. Where the other 4 are definites.
Okay,
So you got 2 that are going to go independent, which is Double Fine and forgot the other one. Ninja Theory is supposed to be sold off. State of Decay is supposed to be the Undead Labs supposed to be sold off. And
Yes,
so
Ninja Theory and State
then
of
Double
Decay
Fine
are
and
entered
Compulsion
for-
are going to independent.
Yeah, okay.
See, remember
Strategic
a couple of
absolute.
years ago when we were having a discussion about, hey, Microsoft's buying a lot of stuff. What happens? This is what happens when they're not all making all of the money.
They got, which is crazy to me to say about Microsoft, okay? They apparently got too big to be able to handle all of that. And with 14 layers of management, nobody, like, handling these studios, like, I guess it's just too much for their hands to handle.
Can you imagine
Fun.
how
Well-
exhausting it would be for a Karen? I need to speak to your manager. No, your
Which
manager's
one?
manager. No, like 15 weeks later, she's still like, your
Oh my gosh.
manager.
Gosh.
We
Well, I
joke,
think
but that is a lot.
The other thing about it is too, like, part of the reason they're having to do this is because of the acquisitions they already have, like they're bigger acquisitions, right? But let's go back to them buying Activision Blizzard. With that, they had to go through the entire FTC and whatever those bodies are represent across the entire world, because they owned all these other companies, and said, you're going to be too big. We can't have you buying this as well. So they signed 10-year contracts with Sony, Nintendo, Nvidia, all of them, that they're now locked into a 10-year contract with because of this.
Yes.
And now they're selling off the ones that were part of the issue to start because of these smaller studios. But I mean, Double Fine will do fine. It's always had a following before they were even purchased.
Yeah. All they got to do is make themselves a game on Steam, and they'll be good to go.
Well, and Compulsion Games was a really good indie developer before they were purchased as well too. South of Midnight was a fantastic game, highly underrated. I loved that game. I hope they do something similar in the future with it. And then We Happy Few was the one that they built that got them kind of on the map, that they got it purchased by Microsoft for. So they can make pretty decent games at the end of the day. Ninja Theory was a good indie developer. to start with the Hellblade series, which, if you remember, the original Hellblade was on PlayStation before it was ever on Xbox. And then, but I think Undead Labs was already a Microsoft one, correct?
I think you're right. I want to say you are.
And
Yeah,
so
I
they're
want
going
to say that the first one was theirs. Maybe. I can check. Let's see. Yeah, they announced Microsoft partnering with Microsoft Game Studios to publish on the Xbox 360 and now also the Xbox One in 2011. So yeah, they've been working with Microsoft for a long time.
Yeah, so they'll get sold off. I don't know who's going to be end up buying them. I think Ninja Theory's not going to have anybody a hard time with anybody picking them up. They've got really good capture tech that they use for their games. The only problem is whoever picks them up, it cannot be a high price.
Yeah.
Because they basically are a one-trick pony right now. And so it's like it cannot be a high price for Ninja Theory. So I'm interested to see what kind of happens there. But 3,200 jobs.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
of jobs.
A lot of restructuring. A lot of restructuring. And I will also say that the lady is crazy for saying that she wants 1 billion active daily users on Microsoft, Xbox platforms. That is...
What a dumb thing to say.
Pretty far out of hand.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, outside of China, there's 6.5 billion people.
You're talking a sixth of the entire planet playing your games daily.
Yeah, daily logins to your service.
That is unbelievable. I mean, whew, that's a big
it's ambitious, unrealistic, but it's ambitious.
I'll give you that. That's ambitious, but damn, is that unrealistic. Girl,
Well,
you need to go back to school, learn your numbers. You should be fighting for Steam numbers. Get your daily users up to Steam's level.
I feel like that's telling, though, because it's one of those things where it's like you can see how unrealistic some of the expectations are, and that's the same lens that they place when they're looking at whether or not they consider their games a success. So it's going to be pretty hard for any game that comes out of their studios to be successful according to their metrics.
Yeah, like Steam, you're looking at 30 to 40 million active users a day.
Yeah.
And that's Steam. That's across all of it.
As we've covered before, if they got into the China market, I don't know if they have a version of Microsoft in the China market or not. But if they do, that's 500 million gamers just there.
Yeah, well, we don't consider, China's a completely
but she said worldwide, so it would cover China as well, sir. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she's hoping to count in mobile gamers and stuff since they own King, and then
100%.
Maybe you're getting a little more leeway that way, but even then. Also, I do think there's some irony in the fact that she's restructuring, and that means all of these people are losing their jobs, but she also just took a job with the U.S. government for employment stuff. So it's like,
yeah, the title.
Y'all see that, right, though?
Yeah, my first thought was, huh?
Yeah. Your favorite cat GIF? Huh?
Yeah, my favorite GIF in the world. Forgot. Let's see what's.
I don't remember what her actual title is, but she's...
Yeah, the title was something else.
It just, the timing of it, I think, is what makes that real, like, the irony so real in it, because it's not that I don't think that she has any idea how to do job stuff. It is very possible that she does. It's just the timing, Are you... You look very perplexed.
I was trying to remember what it was. Well, I was trying to find what job she got. I can't remember what it was.
I was trying to find what you were talking about.
Yeah. I need her actual
U.S.
name.
Task Force for Employment is what she's joining. But I don't know.
It's just large businesses to help try to find work.
Yeah, she's joining the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, the body charged with the implementation of the U.S. monetary policy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, it's the Federal Reserve thing.
Which it's not unusual for people in her position to be on boards like that. So
No, it's
But
not a
shouldn't she
weird
be
thing.
busy running Microsoft?
No.
Well, trying to get
she's not
Microsoft
running
out of the
Microsoft.
hole.
She's running Xbox,
Hmm.
which is a division of Microsoft.
Microsoft. Yeah, isn't she
There's
running
the
Xbox?
one that
then?
there's the job thing.
Yep.
I mean, she's basically Phil Spencer's job.
Yeah, so she's running Xbox.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's running Xbox.
Well, we will see how long she lasts. Phil Spencer did okay.
Until he
But
started
he did
buying
really
every
well.
country,
It
every
feels like
company
towards
under
the
the
end-
sun.
Feels like towards the end of his run, though, he started running on a treadmill. He wasn't really making any good progress. He was filling up the reservoirs, but he wasn't really filling up the bank.
He was acquiring a bunch of studios, but
He had the passion, but
it didn't pay off.
I don't
really.
think some of the taking of the studios were all him.
yeah,
I think
he
there was a
pushed to
person
do
above
lot of
him,
it.
the shareholders, because you got a $3 trillion company sitting there, that were like, if we just bought more of these things, then we can keep Sony from buying them, because that was kind of the whole deal anyway. Well, if we won't own them, Sony can't.
Yeah.
And
And they're looking at doing more exclusive stuff again. So
Mhm.
that
Which those exclusives, by the way,
sounds
are
like
on
you're
PC
on the right
too.
track. Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember we talked about that before when they were saying they're now exclusive to Xbox. That always comes with an asterisk of and PC. Xbox knows, unlike Sony, when they're like, yeah, we got Xbox exclusives, we're also going to put it on PC because the people who don't have one will still buy our stuff.
Mm.
well,
Cool.
but they also have it where, like if you have it, basically what they're going to do is if you're a PC owner, Sony's forcing you to purchase a PlayStation.
This
If
guy
you wanna
right
play
here,
the
I think
games.
he's on this side over here. This one,
Mhm.
Baka.
Yeah.
He wants Wolverine so bad, but you cannot convince him to buy a PlayStation to play.
Well, and they just keep getting more expensive too. Thanks, global economy.
Well, now they're up to $1,000. So
Yeah.
For the first time in
Yep.
console history, the consoles are more expensive after they're released this far or this long. After.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this far into their lifespan, they're more expensive now than they were at launch. Yes.
The next, which they did this specifically, the raising of these prices, is so when the next console comes out, it's not going to be that far off from what the prices are now. Because there's
that
no
your
way
theory?
you're going to release. There's no way you're going to release a next gen console for cheaper than a last gen console.
well, but part of it is part of the issue they're running into the same supply chain issues everybody else is dealing with when it comes to
But they're the
memory and
ones
everything
making,
else.
well, not them, but Microsoft and their data centers and everybody else with their data centers and all these fucking CPU, not CPU, RAM companies, all the, so much pieces are already spoken for or bought or on back order that everything is so fucking expensive.
Well, when you only have 3 major RAM companies on the entire planet,
Mhm.
that might be part of the issue.
Yeah, it's like they instead of investing into these companies and building up more and then building their data centers, they're just siphoning off all of the equipment they've got now, causing price shortages everywhere, and they're just completely fucking up the economy as it is. It's like, why don't you invest properly, help the rest of these startups kind of get going, and then have enough product across the board so that you don't have to raise your prices so astronomically because you're demanding so much. You're basically making the problem instead of solving the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to slap these rich mofos sometimes. I get it. You want more money. You're greedy. You're part of the worst part of humanity. You just need more.
We need to make
Why
all
don't
of the
you-
money
why don't
in the
you
world.
help? Yeah, why don't you help a little bit, get a little good karma, and the rest of us won't hate you as much. And I use that word roughly because my
Karma?
grandmother told me not. Yeah, no, hate. My grandmother told me not to use hate. It's a very bad word. But gosh, there are some people out there that are just too much. Too much
Yeah.
people.
Oh man, I do wonder how this is gonna play out. Like, Sony and Xbox are both, or Sony and Microsoft are both making some interesting choices in the current climate for their future of their platforms. So
Well, could you imagine when the next console comes out? It's $1,200, and everybody
Mhm.
looks at the Steam machine and goes, "Huh, $1,000 isn't too bad for that."
Well, not really, because the newest consoles will be more powerful than the Steam machine by a good bit.
Yeah.
Because that Steam machine should have been a whole lot less, but because of
rumors were that it was originally priced around $850 to $950 to $1,000 was the original price, and that's not too bad for that. But because of prices and they couldn't get it right, they had to raise it. But they did release the Steam OS to build your own, so that's the one nice little thing that came out of that whole thing.
Well, I mean, it was already available. Now it's just public release. You had to ask permission before.
Yeah. So yeah.
I was scrolling through the things here, and I did not realize, because we've all had this conversation as soon as the Sony thing, which I know we talked about first. I'm sorry, I forgot. I saw something that reminded me. It was like, oh no, what is that gonna do to places like GameStop? Nothing at all. Games are like 12%, or like, what was it, 3% of their income? 12%? 12% of their income. The
12%.
rest is all collectibles, and it's like, I learned that. I didn't know. I haven't been in. That's how long I have not been in a GameStop, because I'm a PC player and all my stuff's on PC. But we just haven't been into GameStop, so I had no idea that it was mostly like toys and collectibles and stuff now.
You haven't been in one in a long time, but yeah, I've walked into one. Yeah, it's mostly collectibles now.
I think within the next 5 years they're going to change their name.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see them rebranding.
They bought a company a while back. Yeah, they bought a company a while back called Think Geek, and they did a lot of like the toys and collectibles and things like that.
I didn't know they bought Think Geek.
They bought them. Yeah, they bought them a while back, but after they bought them, they started adding more toys and stuff, and it's just been a slowly integration, like, because there used to be an actual Think Geek in the mall in the Parks Mall near where I live, and they completely shut it down after, like, I think 2 years after GameStop bought the company, and they just merged everything they had, including their online, in with their stuff. So
interesting.
Like, GameStop has been slowly transitioning out of, like, some of them have had like some of the retro games, but a lot of people were criticizing them because they were jacking up the prices more, and they were also, because a lot of their people that work there aren't like knowledgeable, go figure, they were buying fake copies of the games too and then selling them as the real deals. So like Pokemon games, old Nintendo, Super Nintendo games. They were buying some of the fake ones and stuff too, because none of the people that work there knew any better, because they're not either trained properly or they just don't really know much about retro games. That too.
It says on here that Think Geek was acquired in 2015 for about $140 million. They outbid Hot Topic that had bid it for $122 million.
Wow.
It says they sought to diversify beyond declining physical video games into rapidly growing pop culture and collectibles market. They ended up starting in June of 2019, started taking out the stores, and by 2021 all of the stores were gone, the Think Geek stores.
Interesting. That's how little I keep up with it, I guess. Damn.
Yeah, no, because I used to pop into the Think Geek every once in a while just to see what kind of neat collectibles and stuff they had, and then when they took it down, it was just like, okay, whatever.
Oh no, now you can go to a GameStop and see most of the same thing. Probably for twice the
I don't
price.
go to GameStop I don't go to GameStop all that often either, so... Yeah. Like, unless I don't have, like, an option, like, I know with my first Switch, I needed new controllers, and I went around, like, 3 or 4 other places, and they were all out for whatever reason, so I ended up having to go to a GameStop to actually get those to replace them. So...
Well, what else we got?
The EA thing launches a new advertising platform, enabling brands to integrate directly into gameplay. Basically, putting ads inside of games, which has been a thing, long time coming. Everybody knows it, but
it's not even surprising that it's EA.
Yeah, so say
Like,
leave it to EA to do something like this.
yeah, that's not even a little surprising. That's just with EA. I mean, to be fair, if anybody has the perfect avenue, it is them with their sports games because you can put all of your advertising like you would in a regular stadium, sponsored by Coke or Pepsi or whatever, and all of that junk. But I'm just imagining, like, because games like Sims, they have their own language, so your Sim is just speaking Simlish, but every once in a while you hear, like, Pepsi or McDonald's, and it's like, no, I don't like that.
Or you just make it to where they make a expansion of some sort that adds real life fast food into the Sims world.
Your TV just plays commercials for all these products and stuff instead of actual shows.
I wouldn't.
But I don't see how it's profitable. Like, I can see some of these companies at first trying to be like, yeah, give some money, make some ads, but you're not gonna like force people to look at them. And then how do you get your money back? Like, how do you're spending a bunch of money on ads, but you're not getting a lot of.
Well, it's the same as the other advertisers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they don't. They get it by
like TV
subliminal. So it's just like with the Super Bowl or anything. Like it's going to be ads that play, and people are going to go, "Oh, that product, I'm going to go buy it," because there's a lot of people out there that when they see the ads, it makes them want to go buy it.
That's how ads are supposed to work. It's like, oh that McDonald's burger looks great. I'm gonna buy it.
I get that. And in TV shows and streaming, it interrupts your product to put that ad in front of you. But if you're just putting it as billboards or signs on the side, you're not getting as much subliminal. You're not getting as straight up attention, which is part of the problem that they had on Twitch, is that people wouldn't run ads, and then they started forcing ads. At what point does EA start interrupting your game to force ads into your face?
It's okay. So the thing is like, we are older and our brains are developing enough to where it's probably not going to work on us.
It still works on me.
Let me get my walker. Hang on.
I know. I've got a cane ready. I'm getting to that point. But the younger generation and their constant all over the place, it's probably going to end up training their brains to start paying attention to them while they're playing games, and it's marketing and strategizing towards the next generation. They're already done with our old asses.
Maybe.
I mean, it depends. They try to use us for nostalgia cells at this point. Remember when Crystal Pepsi had a resurgence a decade ago? Yeah.
But even that is starting to die down because now we're starting to get to the old folks point of like, we know better. We know that they're doing it for nostalgia's sake.
Maybe they'll just start slipping in ads for things like Bengay and Tylenol PM for us, okay?
They might.
Yeah.
I mean, they might do targeted ads. It's like, well, this person.
Oh my God, you're not wrong. I bet they do.
Yeah,
I bet with EA games, you'll be filling out like a little thing to sign into the game to start with, and it's going to ask you about your demographics, essentially.
Yeah, we'll all be playing like Call of Duty, and then the next thing you know, they'll be playing the head-on, applied directly to the forehead.
I will not be playing Call of Duty. I'll just still be playing classic WoW 30 years in the future, where there are no ads.
Microsoft games.
Yeah, but this doesn't affect you.
Game.
We're talking about EA, dude.
Don't worry, Microsoft will jump on that.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it works out for EA, you're lying to yourself if you think other companies like Sony and Microsoft, who are now looking at doing a lot of their own first-party stuff, will not jump on that. They will.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like if you're currently watching a movie, like any movie made over the last 50 years, and you're watching the movie, and they're sitting down at a table and they're having a drink, majority of the time it's going to be a Coke, a Pepsi, or one of those brands going to have it on there. That person paid the advertising to have the Coke in there.
Specifically,
and so that's how they help fund the movie, right?
That's the reason why E.T. used Reese's Pieces instead of M&M's.
Yep. So that's what was paid for. So, but the other thing is too, like when you're talking about the sporting events, I watch a lot of soccer.
No,
the World Cup finals going on right now, actually. Tide going into extra time. But the with that, on the sides, you can see the little ribbon boards that are down on the side, and they have advertisement that are around the outside of that, like inside the stadium, like Griff was just talking about. there's not telling how many times I have seen a name of a business and went, I have no idea what that product is. Let me look it up.
That's how they
Because
get
it's
you.
caught my eye.
Yeah, which is why I'm glad I'm training my child so much better than the rest of you people.
What?
Every time he sees an ad, he's like, ugh, I
do you
hate
mean
this,
you
go away. And then he walks away. He does not like ads. Luckily, he's already getting into the head where he's just like, whatever. And then he'll just walk away.
You know
Yeah,
what's
but if
crazy?
He interrupts his
The things
stuff.
I didn't like when I was 6, I like now. You know what I mean?
Well, I
There's
don't
no-
think
I
you could
don't
argue that
think he'll-
anybody likes ads, but
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think anybody likes
No,
ads.
but your patience is a whole lot different when you're older,
well,
too.
and it's also what
Yeah.
we're talking about in this case is not EA going, I'm pausing the game to show you 5 minutes of commercial in the middle of your game. It is
Yes.
exactly what we're already talking about, which is like putting it in the background, which I feel like Guitar Hero did that a long time ago.
Guitar
didn't
Hero
they?
did do that.
Yeah,
Where they
Guitar
had
Hero did
banners
do
on
that.
the sides of the stage that were
banners on the side.
swapping
Yep.
ads. Okay.
Yeah,
I
because they
was
had
like-
advertisement for movies.
Yes,
I
but
didn't
how
play
long
enough
until
Guitar Hero for to
advertisers
know any of that.
push EA into interrupting your gameplay, or when you pause it, putting up an ad, which they've
Now
already
that
talked
I
about
wouldn't be
too.
surprised. The pause menu being an ad space, that would not surprise me at
Yeah,
all.
like I think the advertisers are going to use EA as a guinea pig, especially because they're about to get sold to that Saudi Arabia group.
Mm.
They're going to use them as a guinea pig to see how far they can push ads into games, especially into a live space too. Because I mean, they're already super fucking annoying in just about anything. Super annoying.
I just wonder how. I can't remember. I wish I could remember what movie it was, but I remember like early in the Netflix streaming days, Chicken and I were watching a movie, and I started noticing that there were Coke cans everywhere. And at one point, the characters I think they climb out of a window onto a balcony past a giant Coke billboard, and it's one of those things where it's like you're used to seeing products in movies in places you would normally see them, but it was like very upfront and belligerent. And I think at one point the characters even have a conversation about Coke, the drink, and everything. That I feel like that's kind of where it's going to start going, is where they're going to pay developers not just to put ads in the space itself, but like put it in the game so that they're like, this delicious, refreshing Coke. I can't believe that we in the medieval periods have this here. Wonderful. It's so delightful.
Late stage capitalism is not fun.
It's gonna get weird.
Yeah. Subliminal messaging.
I like how you think
extreme.
this is late stage.
Yeah. I mean, everything is priced super high. Everything is getting crazy. They're gonna start tattooing ads into your eyelids so that you can see them. Your glasses are gonna have ads pop up. If you're not watching anything, you're just kind of peeing, an ad will pop up because it's like you got downtime. So it'll show you an ad while you're peeing.
You got downtime.
If you ever have any downtime, it's gonna put an ad in front of your face. Oh, here, drink some. Here's an ad for water to make sure your kidney health is good. Try these meds to help you pee better. Oh, you need better flow when you poop? Here's these laxatives. Like, what the? They're gonna be everywhere. Every time you got downtime, an ad's gonna pop up. Yeah.
Water doesn't
They're
help your kidneys. Bravo does, or whatever the name of that. It's all idiocracy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like drinking too much water. Try this. This will be better for you. Get off my face.
Look, stop giving them ideas, but I'm sure that this has already been pitched in a boardroom somewhere.
Sure.
My guess is like in Call of Duty during the matches and stuff like that, you're gonna have the older billboards that they have, like in Nuketown. There's billboards that are in the background. That's going to end up being an advertisement of some sort.
It'll be Nuketown, brought to you by
I bet
Coke.
there'll be branding on gear. You mentioned Call of Duty, and you like gun skins and things like that, so that it's like something on your character's back, like a backpack. It's like, oh, it looks cool, but it also says Supreme across it, so you got to go buy the Supreme one, right? And wouldn't you want that stuff in real life too? Well, look at our new product line, and
See, y'all don't remember this. You're both, all of y'all are too young. I believe Bach is too young on this one for sure.
Oak's about to be old man yelling at clouds. Go ahead.
Okay, in the 90s, okay, there was an entire brand, or like Coke pushed out an entire brand of clothing.
Did they?
So it was super popular. Yes. So you would have Coca-Cola across people's shirts and everything, and they were like the price of a polo shirt at the time was like $50-$60, and so are these Coca-Cola shirts.
Wow, in the 90s, that's got to be insane.
And all these people were wearing them, and it was like it was insane. Like you'd see them long sleeve shirts with Coca-Cola written across the front of them, and so they would push them out. So it does not surprise me. Products, that's what they do. They push stuff out, and EA is about making money. Always has been about making money, not about the player.
Never.
Well, and you can tell how out
so-
of touch they are when one of the things that they mentioned was it will enhance gameplay. And it's like, literally no product placement or advertisement would ever enhance your gameplay. I swear to you, EA, that is how out of touch you are.
You
well,
can
and
you
most
can
of,
have
most of their
a,
stuff is sports now. So
Yeah.
a skin for your gun that says Coca-Cola on it, so it's like all bright and red, and you'll blend into everything, right?
Well, I mean, if there are a bunch of
that
Coke ads
remind me.
around, yeah, you will, so go for it.
Oh,
I
my
love that
goodness.
we've accidentally picked Coke as the brand spokesperson for this
It's
nonsense.
the most generic
they
one.
Sorry.
they spend more money on advertising than any other company in the world. So
I don't
it
even
does
drink
make
Coke
sense that
often.
we
I
on there.
just it popped in my head. Yeah, and that's probably why. As Oak mentioned, they spend all the money. I've seen it the most.
I buy off-brand pop now, so the big companies, the
I just
big
try not to
Coke
really
drink
buy
companies.
pop
pop.
these days, but
Yeah, I got so much pop back there because I don't drink it very much anymore. It's just like, all right, keep buying it for no reason. Stop buying pop, lady.
Look, I didn't know those were back there. I thought you were almost out. Sorry. You put them where they're supposed to go so I can
You know
see
what?
them.
Just wait for him to tell
Now-
you he's
now he's
out,
got-
and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
True.
And you don't
true.
have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I've
forget
been
this
trying to- I've been
conversation though
limiting
by the
mine to,
time
like,
it's.
One a day just for the caffeine.
I have tea in the morning. Thanks.
actually, it looks like Amazon. They spend $20.6 billion globally
On
on
like
ads.
on ads. Okay.
The top, yeah, the
Doesn't
top
surprise me
advertisement.
now. Who's second?
L'Oreal
Really?
Really?
Huh.
globally.
I don't really see any ads for
See
those.
the
But then
US.
again,
No, in the U.S., it's Amazon and then Progressive, followed by Walmart and Comcast.
Okay, there is almost always a
Wow.
progressive commercial on somewhere. Yes, I would believe that.
I don't know what Procter and Gamble is.
They produce their, you know how like the games have developers and producers. They're a producer essentially, or
It's a
Publisher.
manufacturing
Yeah,
company.
it's a- like any soap that you use is probably
Oh,
product.
yeah,
If it's not Johnson and Johnson, it's Procter and Gamble. So
Got it.
you have
Pampers,
a bunch
Love's,
of those
Bounty,
products.
Tide,
trust me.
Gain, Donny, Dawn, Head and Shoulders, Pantene.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything,
Yeah, okay.
everything.
So, and then Unilever, whatever Unilever.
Also
is.
the same.
Okay.
Unilever does a lot of
LVMH.
soap. I don't know what LVMH is. That one I'd have to look up. I would guess that it's similar. It's going to be another.
Luxury Louis Vuitton.
Oh, that's why I don't know. I'm not fancy enough to
I
know.
can't believe
so-
you didn't know Louis Vuitton. Come on.
That's the top five. Globally, by the way, Amazon, L'Oreal, Procter & Gamble, LVMH, and Unilever.
Mm,
Cool. All right. That's not surprising about Amazon. They do a lot.
yeah,
Prime Days will now be inside your games, guys.
that's why I no longer have a Prime account. So,
Ugh.
or an Amazon account. In
nor do
general.
I.
You can have all the way off. So, I mean, I do enjoy your follow up, but I have not put my account back up to watch any subsequent seasons. Sorry. I
Well, there's
will.
only one subsequent season, so
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, but they're
sounds
already working on 3 from what I heard.
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
you
I'll
just wait
probably
until
be
they're all
sailing
done,
the
and watch them all at
seas.
one time, and then cancel.
Exactly. Spend the whole month watching them all, and then that's it.
Or I'll just, throw up the Jolly Roger. And...
I mean, Oak has been, pirating a lot lately, so
Yeah, I could
Not
just
like
ask
that.
her
I
for some
haven't.
tips.
I got past all that. I had a friend arrested for it, so I stopped doing that. My torrent days are over. Thank you.
You gotta
don't-
know
I
all the
don't
good
Yeah,
sites.
if you
Don't.
download it,
yeah, I was like, I don't
they
know.
can find it on your hard drive.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
been like that for years. Is like they were because there are a lot of your like internet companies and stuff now. They can
Mhm.
go and look and see what you have downloaded, and if they see that you are downloading things like that, they will actually shut off your internet and they will report it.
Yeah. Me, I don't download nothing. Go after the provider. Shut them down. They're the ones streaming it. I'm just, I found my way here because you don't let me watch my games.
He's talking
And
about football,
usually,
by the way.
if it's on a regular
You can
streaming
watch your
site,
game. You just have to pay to watch your game.
if it's on a regular streaming site that I have, I'm going to watch it. I'm already paying for it. But I just want to watch my team. But the NFL doesn't want me to watch just my team.
Look, that's
I
a
wanna
whole
watch all
nother
the teams.
conversation. Sports is not our podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking about EA Sports, it's in the game. Which
The
in
ads
the,
are in
by
the game.
it's in the game, they mean the ads now.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
EA
Just there's
Sports.
They can bring
advertisement
that
in their
tagline
game.
back, and then there you go. That's free for you, EA. Enjoy. What else? Do we have anything else we need to talk about? I realized it's almost 5 o'clock.
I mean,
I know we got
the
started.
Stop Killing Games suffered a setback in the parliament, but they're not stopping. So because the House passed it, is trying to protect it in California, so
Well,
it's still moving forward. But
Well,
the European Commission.
It got shut down once in California because they didn't ask the correct questions. Like basically the lobbyist came in and said, "No, you'll break all the games if you do this," and did not allow people to show that no, actually, people have fixed games by doing this to get them to play. So they're lying to you.
yeah.
So
But
amazing
so it's
how
not
lobbying
dead.
works.
It just got a little backed up. Hopefully, we're still watching. It's still something that's in fights and probably will be for a while. Hopefully, we'll get to a point
100%.
where we can stop killing games.
That would be nice.
I
Would be
think
nice.
that's generally it.
Word. That it?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're so enthusiastic.
I think Gamescom is next month, right? Or is it
August.
towards the end of next month.
We do appreciate everybody that hangs out with us once a month ish.
Yeah.
Hey, I
about-
try, okay?
And if it respawn, hey, sometimes you can't help it.
Life
I get
happened. What am I gonna do about it?
it. I know, right? Make sure that you hit that sub button as well as that little notification bell down at the bottom. That way you know when one of these goes live. For everybody to respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Bucket.
See ya.
Please hang up and try again.